What did Steve think of the CM Punk promo? Just trying to bring it back.
What did Steve think about the CM Punk thing?
Yeah, I'm just trying to bring it back.
I thought we were done with it.
No, I have one more thing. He
Oh,
did
we're
something
just.
after the broadcast.
Oh, okay. And I wasn't aware of this. You brought this up to me.
Yeah, it is Pride Month.
Yes.
So Punk held up a sign that read, Steve, you bring up the tweet I sent you. Support LGBTQ youth. And so that was after the broadcast, but it was carried on Twitter and other outlets. So Dutch Mantel sends out a provocative tweet. Maybe he knows what he's doing and he's not being a tool. But Dutch's tweet of Punk's sign reads as follows: Is this a wise move? Involving a political issue on a wrestling show? I guess the issue that Bud Light and Target have had with the LGBTQ topic has not reached AEW. Well, that would suggest that it's right. So, this shot didn't make the show, but the still photo is there. Comments. So he kind of opened it, so maybe he just wanted to be engaged in conversation. But I just thought the
Well,
reference to Bud Light.
read the first run, the first answer. Human
Dutch.
rights shouldn't be political.
Correct.
I mean, that's boom. Next, you just got you fucking lobbed it out there, and you just took a fucking a forehand right to the forehead.
So Dutch replies. I think it's Dutch's reply. Then why is it? So he engages. But point
Then
being,
why
I'm
is
not
it?
going to
Then
read
why
this
is
whole
it
thread.
what?
Then why is it?
It's not. It's not political to me.
I think he's asking why it's a human rights issue, right? No, then why
No,
is
he's
it?
asking why is it political?
People took to Punk's defense, and Dutch kind of argued it a little too vehemently on the other side, I think, for it to
It's
be a
almost the
neutral
thing that
conversation.
I put on my Instagram when it had 10 items and it said, then you're woke if, and it had 10 items, and I said, well, I guess I'm woke then. And I got so many um number 11 is number 20, like all these add-ons and all these other things to make it to make it their agenda,
Right.
you know? And it's just like if I go through those 10 things right there, it's like I don't know. You embrace science. Oh yeah, did you embrace that fucking that vaccination? You know what? You go ahead and vote for fucking Robert Kennedy Jr. Then you jump on the anti-vax thing. Do what you want to do. You know, I've had so many people tell me the reason my son had a cardiac arrest is because he was vaccinated. You know, um, speaking to someone who has had COVID 4 fucking times, you know, I don't know.
Did you see that I sent you a DM on Instagram from a military guy who
Yeah,
served after 9/11, went into Afghanistan, 22-year military veteran. He said, I fought to defend this country from religious ideology being turned against people. He said, I went into a country that didn't let women vote, read, treated them like less than citizens. He said, I'll be damned if my son's school is going to tell him what he's allowed to read and what he's not allowed to read. This was
that's
at a
my job.
public speak,
Yeah,
a
that's
public
my. He said
comments.
that's my job.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I read in my youth, Catcher the Rye, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Sure.
Those were just, and they were back then. They were required reading.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't remember like if so. I'm a boomer, And I don't think that when people think about the boomers, they think of, boy, there's the woke crew.
No, no,
You know,
generally the opposite. Uh,
right? Because and I watched DeSantis the other day do a promo. He was in another state. He might have been in Utah. If it was fucking Pee Wee's Funhouse and the word was woke, I mean, it's just you couldn't have said it more times.
right.
Like fucking conky, conky.
It's I
Anybody
mean,
ever watch that fucking show? Like now, like Pee Wee's Funhouse. Watch that motherfucker baked.
oh yeah, I'd imagine. Yeah. But the term has become a general application for what used to be liberal.
It's
There's
not.
no
It's
sting in
yes,
accusing
no,
someone of being a liberal anymore. So the
no.
sting is to use that word woke now, that like a weapon.
And my whole thing is there was a thing the other day. They had all these different situations where, like, it's like the woman that transitioned that like went to, I think, the University of Pennsylvania, became a swimmer, and she set some kind of a record. And it's really simple. It's like like when people go into the bathroom situation. You know, it's like, number one, either have a unisex bathroom
Right.
and then have a trans division in sports. Just have a trans division.
I don't think that's ever going to happen though. I don't know. Would you have enough participation? Well, in individual sports, maybe, right?
Yeah,
Its own category.
I mean,
But look, I do think that the swinging pendulum that touches left and right, I think it goes too far. What they're calling woke, which is just this basket that they throw into now, do see some stuff that I find annoying sometimes, and I think that the term equality or diversity has been bastardized a little. I think most people can get a keen sense of what's a diverse situation and what isn't. But to
right,
a lot of people, diverse means my people, not yours, which it's not really diversity. Representation, I guess, would be a better term. I believe in representation, and as close to a balance as you can get. But I think we go a little crazy. I think it's I
well, it's
do
like
feel a pressure.
I was watching the thing, and they were talking about to me, like, I've gotten to the point in my life right now when someone says to me, "What do you think about Governor DeSantis?" Because I live in Florida,
Mhm.
and I say I couldn't vote for him with a clear conscience because we're so far apart on just woman right issues, that alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, and there's no reason for me to go into anything else, because when you have people that their talking point is, "Well, I heard in California they were going to let people go term, then do the abortion," and the person said, "No, that's murder. You can't have the
Correct.
child and then kill it." It's like, and when you look, and I think that the youngest embryo to ever successfully make it is like 27, 28 months. Steve, help me out. Like the youngest,
To be delivered. You're
to
talking
be
about, yeah.
to yeah that it was born of some, some, and I think it's like 27 weeks, and that's it. And that was like that's one.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, it's just like, and they're saying, no, it's just, I'm sorry, man, but life does not start at conception.
Well, I mean that's the belief in a very large contingent of that.
Yeah.
And I don't. Again, this
And
isn't.
at the same time, they will say, that's, and they'll use the term God. And I sit on a daily basis and see just the atrocities that happen on a daily basis. And I'm like, so if God is is against abortion at any time, then shouldn't that be taken care of? Like, do we have to like have a civil war over it?
All right, if you're putting your faith in a higher power
Yeah, I mean,
to handle that,
exactly like you
yeah.
can't. It's just like one of the things in the Constitution is a separation of state and
Church and
church.
state, yeah.
And I'm behind a car from South Carolina today, and it says South Carolina in God we trust, and it's on its tag. And I'm like, and I'm pretty sure wasn't South Carolina the last state to drop their Confederate part of their flag?
Could have been.
I'm pretty sure it was. So,
I pass a couple of them when I drive
oh,
through North Carolina.
I pass Confederate flags all the time,
Wow.
and to me, it's just like,
Just can't be on state buildings, I think, was the ruling, right? That was the thing. Private citizens can still fly it, I think. It's not like Germany where it's a crime to fly the swastika in any way.
yeah. But we've been able to bring those back. I think in the last Disney rally, we had some swastikas show up.
Yes, I think they're
Always nice.
I think about 11 people. Let's see, Mississippi.
Mississippi was
was
the
the last
last.
one. All right. 2003 was the year on that. Kev, I wanted to ask you something. I'm working with X-Pac on his book, and he recounted a story about a near head-on collision in the snow, leaving Newark, heading to a show in Liberty, New York, which is up
TV.
like in the Catskills. He said it was a TV taping in a high school gym where like the fucking hoops were visible in the corners.
Not only that, it was 3 hours of Raw back when we only did an hour, and in the middle of this high school gym,
the clock,
it's a fucking giant clock.
the big round analog clock.
I mean, giant, probably 5 feet, and it's got the wrong fucking. It's just like, oh Jesus! Like you would think.
These were tough times for WWE.
Yeah, you would think that they
the
would.
years.
Yeah, that they would have. Maybe put a black tarp over it that said Raw. No, nothing. Just fuck it.
And it aired. I got to find this show.
It aired.
It's got to be out. It's got to be out there on the network.